Good morning, people. Welcome to the Total Niceness Show, broadcasting live from the Baltic Triangle, Liverpool, Svara headquarters. Extra special guest here with us today. Got Mr. Mike Woods to continue where we left off with the legend story and all things music. Check this track out. It's as sleazy as it comes. Be looking good, warriors. Don't forget the phone lines open for shout outs. Get them in 07477 068376 for your shout outs. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a slipping needle. So, to be consummate professionals, the show goes on. Mike Woods to the rescue on needle duties. Sorry about that, folks, but I think that the issue is resolved and order is resumed. This is the Total Niceness Show. A few more records from me. Then we got Mr. Mike Woods, who's going to grace the turntables. This is a track called Special Request by the Salsa Smurfs. Mike Wood's on the way. This track needs no introduction. Carlos in the house, the Cuban general. Good morning, my friend. Yes, that was a KLF with What Time Is Love. Join us in the studio is Mr. Mike Woods. Hello, Mike. How are you?
Hello. Good to be back.
It's great for you to be back as well. How are you feeling?
Good.
So what are your memories of that tune? Oh. The KLF. I'm going through a bit of a KLF obsession at the minute.
I'd put an a cappella on that with 10 City Devotion. So the a cappella is a good way to change and transition a track. So we'd have Devotion and then part of that, bring that in, and off we went. Great track. I had quite a few KLF that I played at that time, but that one, that's the killer.
Just when you hear that, I think it just reminds me of that time. I was 10 at the time, I think, but just hearing that, the intro to that record is just like, wow.
10 at the time.
10 at the time.
I brought something. After last time, obviously we were thinking of the Carlton, but also I did touch on the kitchen. So Hacienda. I'll play two tracks. Basically, this one was a 7-inch. There was a guy called Tomlin, the Jam MCs.
Oh yeah.
Very tall Rasta, and he used to do the kitchen in Mossadium. So after the Hacienda was out, 2:00, Manchester was dead. It was derelict basically, and so we sometimes go there, look for parties after. And he played this track and it just hit me. It's 1963.
63.
You'd have got this whole house music going on, but this one just bang hit me between the eyes.
So what was the kitchen and what was like essentially someone's party? Someone's
basically,
house?
remember I said to you Steve Williams lived in a flat.
Yeah.
It was derelict. These flats were all empty, ready to be pulled down eventually. And so you just kicked the door in and put a lock on and lived in it as a student. But also they did, these shebeens parties. So the kitchen was a venue that you'd used to go, which was just one of those flats upstairs, and a wall knocked through. Probably not good for health and safety. And then you just have these little parties. So you had a mixture of obviously these shebeen from Moss Side, but also you've got the hacienda happening, and you've got all this new sound.
Yeah, and everyone's in a merry mood.
So yeah, Tomlin obviously had one foot in this older spinning sort of tracks, but he was the only one that used to play this track. And it's Iron Leg always stuck in my head. I don't know how I found out the track, because I never asked him. I think it must have been Steve, because Steve had played with him, even though they were very different. So I just thought this is a great track for just to introduce.
Yeah.
So it's Mickey and the Soul Generation. Iron Leg. Enjoy.
Yes, that's a new one on me, Mike. So that is Mickey and the Soul Generation, Iron Leg. Nice.
Classic. So the other thing is, another one I wanted to play was Chief Inspector Wally Badaroo. 86 was a big year for me of buying up-tempo kind of soul from, again, the Carlton. And this was another track that was 4th and Broadway, great label. So I wanted to play this. There's another track actually I'll play in a minute that I did play at Legends a couple of times that was from the Carlton. And so let's play this. This is Wally Badaroo, Chief Inspector. Oh, and let me just say, hopefully this deck... Hopefully this one. Being the consummate professionals, we've forgotten cartridges and needles, but bear with us.
You're listening to the Total Niceness Show. Stay with us, folks, the next 2 hours. Or we can bring a bit of sunshine to your morning. Yes, that was Wally Badru with Chief Inspector, what we call on this show, Michael, Total Niceness.
Hey, and we got away with it. It's played all the way through without skipping or anything. But again, that time for me was great.
So this is pre-Legends.
So yeah, pre-Legends. But obviously, working up to Legends, this kind of music was in my life. So that's why we were probably prone to playing all sorts of kind of music instead of, if you think of the kids now and say they only know house music, they're starting at 125 BPM and all night, so there's no deviation from that kind of, which maybe I would have done the same if I was around now, but thank the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, I was able to buy these tunes. Also, there was not the internet, the radio I would be listening to. I think it was Sunset, Stu Allen, before he was kind of ravey.
Yeah.
They'd play all this kind of stuff like spinning records, the electro, all these kind of influences from the breakdancing, the breaking, all that kind of. So all this was a kind of round. But this track now, I did play at Legends a couple of times, but it was a Carlton track. But you can hear, it's like Nothing Going On But the Rent, Gwen Guthrie. That was another one around that time. You can hear that New York sound, that bassy. Yeah. So you have these influences from probably the Paradise Garage, that kind of thing, which I would have had no clue. But these tracks were coming over. This one, like I say, Cupid featuring Nicky Q, My Latin Lover. 86 on Sunny View. I did get to play it a couple of times at Legends, but I'll obviously play some Legends tracks in a minute, but enjoy. Great track.
You're listening to the Total Niceness Show. Special guest today, Mr. Mike Woods, taking on us on a musical odyssey. Don't forget the phone lines are open for shout out 07477 068 376. But we don't do requests.
What a tune.
Nice. A new one on me again, Mike.
Yeah.
Right Up My Street.
Yes, great track. So, other influences, Talking Heads, major influence. What I was just saying to you as well, pre-Legends was it was called Fiesta, which you'd go on a Saturday night, and they'd play all sorts. It'd be sort of more pop, but you'd get Change, Luther Vandross, and then Talking Heads. So there was a mixed bag.
Well, actually in the club in Legends before the night started Legends.
What do you mean?
So this was in Legends, you mean?
Yeah. That club was a Saturday night disco, a normal,
shirt and tie, pointy shoes.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So you're thinking then I'm what 17? That's your first time going out. That kind of going into a club. So this track was played quite a bit at that time, and it's Talking Heads, Slippery People. Another dance kind of track that they were just so good, such a great band, and another major influence.
I was with a friend of mine last night having a walk around there, and he said he went, oddly enough, watching Talking Heads for 75p in Eric's in I think 1978 or something.
I wish
75p.
Like Prince, I've got controversy there. I never saw Prince. I love Prince. The 1999 Purple Rain, and then when I moved to Melbourne, he decided to do a tour, and it was kind of his hits. Now Sally, my wife, she wasn't too fussed, so I went, and it was like a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Rod Laver Arena, and I'm stood there on my own, waiting for Prince to come on. And, one in the crowd. The lights come on, Controversy comes on. He comes out, goes up to the mic, and he said, "You've chose the right night to see me." Oh, the place just went bang, and he was just superb. So glad that I saw him. But him and
yeah, the main
Talking Heads, David Byrne, absolutely fantastic.
Well, I know there's someone listening to this show right now who'll be very excited because he's probably England's number one, or he's Warrington's number one Prince fan. And Mike Woods is number 2. It'd be a competition.
Oh, yeah.
You know who you are, Carlos.
Prince, yeah, absolute legend. Sorely missed. But another genius is this man, David Byrne. Talking Heads.
This is the Total Niceness Show. Stay tuned, folks. Got Mike Woods in the house.
Walk lightly, think of a time.
Talking Heads, Slippery People, Jellybean Benitez and David Byrne on the remix of that. Just an extended, basically.
Jellybean Benitez.
Mm-hmm.
You just told me went out with Madonna, which I didn't know.
Yeah. So we'll move on to legends, and another legend that's sadly not with us anymore, Andrew Weatherall. We played quite a few of his tracks. This one being probably the biggest one with Primal Scream. But a Neil Young track, Saint Etienne, another one I love, Neil Young. But Saint Etienne, and on the remix was Andrew Weatherall. Boyzone, big influence, the Balearic sound. And this was a massive track. Legends.
I know what's coming.
Yeah, so I think we should play this. And without further ado, let's hit it.
DJ eases a spliff from his lyrical lips and smilingly orders, "Cease."
Can we play that again, Mike? I didn't want it to end.
Can't turn that off, can you?
No, just magic.
No.
But it's definitely my top 20 of all time. Love it. Not heard it for a long time, that version.
Weatherall on the production.
Amazing.
Remix. Absolutely fantastic.
Stood the test of time.
Yeah. So, as I was saying to you earlier, I've brought a bit of hip house, and also some nice Italian stuff. But this was something that Richard played. Cheesy Italian with the rap, because some of the Italian rap was funny. But this track, as soon as we dropped it, the place would just go, because it's got that piano. It's cheesy, but it works so well. It's Beatbusters, let me tell you something. So, let's have it.
Let me tell you something.
This is the Total Niceness Show. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Got just over an hour to go. Got Mr. Mike Woods here.
Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something. Hey, let me tell you something.
I'm a big fan, real keen, back to tell the vibe from the rhythm of a nation. Don't worry, I'm a motherland, original African. I'm gonna keep rhyme, you wanna get some, don't take a time. This time, a power with the power is my Niceness show. And beat to the beat to make it feel so sweet. I'm the wild beat, to rock the music. Just easy, don't get crazy, keep yourself busy. Just a jump if you wanna jump, dance if you wanna dance. This time, MC's out with the group, wanna rock the house, yo, don't stop. Come on, yeah. Stop with the hit, yeah.
I'm a real one man, I'm the party man. But I know what's time to the funky, yeah. But I really just find out my way. I'm a rap for friend, a rap for the jazz. Never lose the bass, cause the time's soon coming on the air. You never stop the bass, got the bass, you know what I mean. Bass to the bass, time to the time. Don't forget my rap and me. The wine, no bad, now why you say that rap to me? No color, right? Get smart, and that's so fun.
I'm making love fun.
You can get more fun.
Take it to the top, John.
You can get more fun.
I know you think that. Give God the highest point of the life to the new generation. Peace of love, no drug, no war, no color. People, you wanna know some more? If you turn your back to the pool, you are a big fool.
Try to move, you gotta improve. Just to get onto that groove. Black and white, there has no place. All you are to leave our space. Rise to the top of the FI. More just you got.
Come on, get some.
Get some, get more.
Pump it up, pump it up.
Big shout out to Lorraine, the holistic healer in sunny Wigan. Shout out to Brendan, New York vibes in the area, early morning. Nice one, Brendan.
Rock to the rock, make the song down. 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 Rock to the rock, make.
I don't think that was cheesy, Mike.
It's them raps. It's those Italian raps that used to make me laugh. I don't know what he was saying, but it just worked. It was just such a massive track. And we did a Legends Union, was it last year? And dropped it, yeah. The place went mad. And some of the younger people that had come in, they got their kids and the guys behind the bar or whatever, they come over and they just go,
What was that?
we've never seen that. The place just lifting up, and
I think
what it was normal back then.
The piano has that effect on people.
Yeah.
piano.
But to counteract the cheese, another such an influential band from Germany, Kraftwerk, and this because Aufnahme, it was another thing with numbers, German, that I used to play, and also Westbam. Monkey Say Monkey Do.
Chickaboom. They got a track
Do you-
called
yeah.
Is that West Bam?
Chickaboom?
No,
West Bam was
I'm
it?
getting mixed
Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, Monkey Say, Monkey Do. I've seen Villalobos playing Monkey Say, Monkey Do, which it just because he plays that minimal sort of stuff, and then all of a sudden he's playing that. But it's influence from Kraftwerk and Numbers. So I just wanted to counteract the cheese with something so good. Kraftwerk, Numbers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Kraftwerk with Numbers, a very influential band. And another, Matt's just gone out for a smoke, so what I wanted to touch on also was what I find missing these days is some of the hip house. You just don't hear it really now. Sampled sometimes of hip hop in that, but we played two tracks that are massive for me. Twin Hype, Do It to the Crowd, was heard it first in the Hacienda. So it was about 89. And then this one, which I've done an edit myself on my Bandcamp, was For Those Who Like to Groove, which was a massive track for us in Legends. And I'd like to play it for you. So here goes.
Bust the move.
The Total Niceness Show. Very special guest in the house, Mr. Mike Woods, gracing the turntables with his musical knowledge, guiding us through the tracks, pre-legends, legends, and we're going to touch the aftermath pretty soon, because what goes up must come down.
waist. Catch the tempo, shake and slide. Let the music be your guide. House this house, make some noise. Girls go on and freak them boys. Jump, jump, touch the ceiling. Twin Heights got you in that feeling. Hot as hot, get sweat, dripping, keeping you wet. Twin Heights has got you in check. So dance till it's time to check. Shake your body, bounce those cups. Let the fellas know what's up. King Shamika, Twin Hype is on the move. For those who like the groove. For those who like the groove. Yo, Shamik, hype this crowd and do it loud. Yo, Shamik, you got me so hype, I wanna play off this house beat. Hey, yo, Slick, can I play off this house beat?
Let's listen in.
Pass the mic, I'm smooth and cool. I'm doing work, the mic's my only tool. And I love this, I self-conducted this. You wanna bust this? Sorry, no justice. No adversary came correct, they came soft. So if you have step and step fast, step forward. I got a task to complete, to act me to compete. So King Shamik, just pass the beat. And I'll catch it and take it for a touchdown. I'm coming correct, I'm going effect, clown. Taking over the stage, so get the heck off. Snatch it by your rope chain and rip your neck off. Move aside, clear the aisles and step back. And make room for the leader of the pack. Where's the jack? Twin Hype is gonna break them. You put your titles in my face and I'll take them. Static, packing in a fully equipped. These sissies wanna battle for your pussies and get whipped. No need to bleed, you can't succeed. You know what you need to do. Step forward and let the twins roll. Yeah, Slide, that was dope. Now let's get back to that funky house track and yeah.
Yes, what was that one, Mike? Twin Hype.
For those who like to groove.
I have
So
heard
you
it.
can see we were all over the place, playing all kinds of, tracks. And here's another one.
It looks very interesting, this record,
It's
people. If you could see the cover.
Yeah, it was an Italian game show where they all took the clothes off.
We need more shows like that.
Yeah,
TV's boring.
yeah. So it was when Sky started. It used to be on there, but this track was something we played. Again, I think Rich picked this one up, probably from Eastern Bloc. Monique, so she must have been one of the hosts on it there. But obviously got nothing to do with that. It's just somebody's done a mix of it, Italian. But yeah, so as you can see, we're all over the place playing hip house, just a bit of cheese with the piano, weatherall. You get a mood of
I'm envious, I'm just
that,
listening
yeah,
to this
'cause
music thinking I wish I was there. I was,
it's
I was 10 at the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of 4/4, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I can do that all night myself, but it's just hard to put these things together now. If you do, when you're doing it, because you're just all over the place. We seem to manage because you can't sort of practice with this sort of stuff. You just it's in the memory, I think.
Created a feeling, a vibe.
Yeah. Well, intentionally, unintentionally, I don't know. It's just that's why I wanted to go into some of my earlier stuff of what was influences, because you get that, and I probably with the same with Darren, and because Darren was a lot younger, he's 18, and he's obviously doing Next Week, so you'll see his influences was hip hop, so he loves that breakbeat kind of sound. and Richard. But like I say, we both went to Hacienda, even though I didn't really know him at that time. Saw his face, but obviously his influences, all different kinds of music. But this is another one of those Italian. There was so much coming over from Italy at that time as well. There'd be the piano sort of stuff, Italian style, and just that's so obscure. I've never seen anyone with it before. You can see how worn it is over the years. But let's play it, Monique. I don't even know what it's called. Escarata, I think it is, the rap version.
Escarata.
Yeah, probably pronounced a bit more like that. But here we go.
Ces chansons te feront mourir d'amour. Venez tous ensemble chez moi. Tu ne me suffis jamais.
A lot of new records on me today, Michael. I'll be taking note of these.
Yeah, it's of its time, but I just wanted to obviously play that because, again, it was just something different and all this stuff that was coming through. And I'd never heard anyone else play that track. So I just wanted to play it and something different and a little bit of history of that track.
It's amazing to think that people were so receptive of all this in a little town, Warrington.
Yeah,
of all this,
yeah.
You know,
I don't know why.
obscure music.
Yeah, they just reacted to it, and anything we threw at them, they just seemed to take it in the stride and things that. And it's that kind of stuff now. If you see people playing,
do you think it might have been the lemonade they were drinking?
Possibly. But also, there's loads of people still playing. They do Legends mixes. It tends to be a lot of that kind of stuff. Yeah, massive. It tends to be a lot of that kind of stuff. So, because it's different. It's different than if you see people doing like an old school rave. It's the cheesier end of that I just didn't like. We would play some, obviously. What's the track from Liverpool? The Insanity, which I can't stand. But for some reason. We must have played it. We're not immune to not playing some cheese. And it went massive. I think they sold about 700,000 copies because I was signed to Dead Good Records, which was a subsidiary called Transworld when I was making my own stuff as BBR Street Gang.
Which we're going to play.
Yeah, we'll play that, the biggest one that I had.
Great tune.
But Andy Wood... because you had the Charlatans out of Northwich. Yeah.
That was their label, wasn't it? Dead Good.
It was. I don't know if it was their label.
Well,
Andy, yeah.
But they were on it.
Yeah.
Probably making
Transworld was a subsidiary of Dead Good, which was in Northwich. Andy Wood, because we went Miami together, me and Andy, when I was signed to that to promote one of the records. And he used to come, and obviously they'd pick up tracks that we were playing and see the reaction, and that was one. And so they did a legendary remix. That's something else as well, the first legal...
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask you about that. So
rave in the UK, which was in the speed karting.
Was that about 93, 94?
Well, there was a couple. The first one was me, Richard, Steve Williams, I think. I think that was it.
So these are
the second one, and then there was a third one that was some influence. Somebody had got in Sean's ear, and it was they were playing hardcore. So me and Darren walked out. We just couldn't.
So these are the first legal raves in kind of big raves. That
was the first legal rave where it was. Because the police station was just across the way from there. So he went on the news and everything. I remember Sean doing a little interview for Garage Reports or something like that.
In a way, obviously, so I would have been 13 at the time. I remember it all happening. But did that almost feel like because why I got you on here was to talk about Legends, but also the time and the feeling, the movement, the youth. Everyone was excited when they were essentially having a good time.
Yeah.
So these... Did that feel like the beginning of the end?
This to me being at the Hacienda and me being in the front of that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've played you records where I was buying records. It was just me buying records in my bedroom and listening to music and whatnot. And like I say to you, there was no. I wanted to be a DJ. It was just because I had records and I sort of got slung into it.
And you didn't want a job?
Yeah, so there was a difference.
You didn't want a proper job?
There was a difference of me going out and then maybe being sort of behind the decks as a work. So at that time, the 88, 89, that whole Blackburn rave scene, politically...
Must have been so exciting.
Yeah, but also politically, and they were trying to... The youth justice bill and all that kind of thing, and there was protests. But also it was great in Manchester. Stone Roses, Happy Mondays, all that was happening around that. Like the G-Mex was a big thing in there. I forget more than I can remember. Darren, obviously he was a bit younger, so it was a bit later than that, but not that you'd get my wife in front of her, but she's the memory bank.
Right.
And
Sally, can you come on next week, please?
There's no chance. But she she'll say, "Don't you remember that?" And I go, "No, I've not got a memory of it," which means I had a good time.
Yeah.
So there was a big difference. Sometimes it was quite dangerous when you go to parties.
Yeah.
With the police coming in because they weren't nice, as we've just seen at Manchester Airport. They just set dogs on you, and if you was a DJ later on, they just smash your records, scratch them on purpose. Just
I've seen
idiots.
stuff like that.
Yeah, things like that.
But essentially, because they didn't.
So
people were coming together having a good time.
Well, exactly.
And then when they see that people are making money, the establishment don't like that.
Yeah. It was hard. I did the revenge party in this cricket ground, and they weren't letting us in, and eventually got in. But he was just trying to just go to and do some work. It was nigh on impossible sometimes because they were just cordoning it off and just. I think the revenge thing. I can't remember whether that was illegal or that was slightly.
I remember the flyers. There was that
from Wigan,
Brian Cannon, who went on to do all the Verve artwork.
Yeah. So, and like I was saying, from Dead Good, like I say, that tracks they were picking up, and Barry would do the same as when we did The World. Obviously, had the record shop and things that were coming in to FFR, Andy at FFR and Union City. DJ Duke and all that kind of thing. So there was those tracks were coming in from import, playing them, seeing the reaction, signing them to UK labels, and then they were massive. Yeah. So things like that happening, Moog Eruption, all kinds. But also this track, Pierre Fieldafati, Ocean, it was about 89. This is something else like the hip house. I think he's missing. There was this lovely Italian vibe, like at Sueno Latino, which we've talked about, E2E4. This just lovely sounds. You can imagine near the beach in Italy or whatever, and open air clubs.
Emotion, isn't it? I don't know this track, but
this kind of track is missing now in the house. People just don't tend to play.
People don't have feelings anymore. They're all robots on the phones.
Yeah,
boring bastards.
It is a bit like that. But anyway, I wanted to play this Ocean. I think it was about 89. Lovely, lovely track. Here we go.
This is the Total Niceness Show with me, Matt Carroll, and special guest, Mr. Mike Woods. Emotion. See what you mean with that emotion.
Yeah, it's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So that Italian vibe, piano, but nice production is sadly missing. Maybe it is, and I'm just missing it, but you just don't hear it played. Not that I'm going out on too many nights to listen, but usually you get a lot through the internet anyway, and it tends to be a lot four to the floor, you know. Even though that is, what I mean is, there's so much emotion in
it. Yeah, definitely. It's absolutely
that
beautiful.
There's another one here, Mr. Monday, which is UK, which I thought was Italian, but it sounds that. But another massive Legends one, this one, Keep On. Don't know much about Mr. Monday, but I think it was UK on Greedy Bee Records. So let's have it.
Let's have it. You're listening to the Total Niceness Show with special guest Mr. Mike Woods. This is Mr. Monday with Keep On. If anybody has any information about the elusive Mr. Monday, please send your answers in on a postcard. Mr. Pete Croker in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Yes, yes, that was Mr. Monday with Keep On. Absolute, what we call total niceness.
Graham Park used to play that as well, and
mega.
Around that time, Graham Park was absolutely brilliant DJ. His mixing, I can't remember the track he brought into that, but there's probably some mixes out there from around that 1990, something like that. He was on the money. He really was. Great DJ at the Hacienda.
Was he the Northwest's second best DJ? After you?
You know, he was. He was brilliant. He really was. His mixing and everything was superb. Him and Pickering together, but I think Graham Park took it to another level with his mixing. And same with Steve Williams. Those two were a major influence on me as well. Next track, hip house, UK hip house, I suppose, but stereo MCs. Obviously, we used to play Connected, but Step It Up, and on the mix is Left Field. And when there was another production from them was fantastic. Obviously, working with John Lydon later on, you can hear it with their drums, and they were a cut above as well in their production. The UK, because you get a lot of the German stuff that seemed to be the European stuff was very well produced. A lot of the British stuff was, hit and miss. These guys nailed it, their production, and so I wanted to play this. This was another big track for us at Legends. So I wanted to touch on, obviously, like I say, a bit of hip house. I don't know about calling it's just the rap, isn't it? Alright, but two great ones from the UK stereo MCs.
Great frontman.
Left Field.
What's his name out of these? Rob something.
Oh, I can't remember.
Seen him smoking a spliff outside Brixton.
Yeah, he always looked a bit unkempt.
He likes the ganja.
Yeah, no doubt. Are they from Bristol or something like that?
I think that Londoners. I've seen him outside Brixton tube station once.
Yeah,
big spliff
maybe. But anyway, let's play it.
Because they're playing here next month. They're playing here. Yeah.
We're running out of time anyway, aren't we? So.
This is something you can't stop. From infancy I grown. The message that I'm giving, you don't have to be alone. No, you don't. 'Cause days may come and go. Come and go. You'll see no sight or sound. do is bounce it to see just what goes where. There ain't no way around it, so I have come well prepared. Don't you know? I'm in you from the outset, hip to hip and dome to dome, and we've reached the outer limits. Bring the boogie boogie home, back home. To the left, to the right, step it up, it's alright. To the left, to the right, check the new ride out, it's alright. See how we are living, 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 see how we are living. You'll hear me saying. To the left, to the right, keep it going, it's alright. To the left, to the right, step it up, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's
Yes. The stereo MCs with the left field mix. Never heard that before, Mike.
Step it up. Yeah.
Just imagine it on a big system.
Oh, yeah. Left field production. Brilliant. That, what did we call it? It's like Guerrilla Records and all that. There was a name escapes me now. What we call that kind of British...
Trip hop.
No, trip hop was like more from Bristol, wasn't it? It was like Guerrilla Records, all that kind of... I don't know, they give them a name. Just good production. Better, William Orbit stuff. But left field nailed their production. Their drums were always very tight. Got one for you here, Matt.
Well, I've just seen it and I'm getting excited because this is probably one of my favourite records of all time.
Yeah, so Sueno Latino, which is... we've talked about E2E4, which is a copy, but this is probably one of the best.
It's the best. This is the Alex Cassie.
It's that lovely Italian.
It's just
amazing. What I said to you before, what I played that's missing, is just that nice vibe, happy vibe.
Yeah, very emotive. Paints a lot of pictures.
Yeah. Probably the Ibiza. It would have been perfect for that kind of vibe, dancing in the sunshine. Open clubs, open roof, no roof. Which we got tomorrow, funnily enough, at Hideout.
Oh yeah, we're not mentioning that. We need to mention it. We're not very...
that.
Well...
It's got a retractable roof, and I believe it's going to be 24 degrees.
Right, in sunny Warrington tomorrow.
Sunny Warrington, so we're going to
get your ass down there.
All kinds of Balearic, cosmic-y kind of disco.
So you've got yourself...
El Didster from Lizard Inc. Records. We've got Bucky coming over from Manchester. He used to be a Sankey Soap resident.
Mark,
and then we've got Mark. And then we've got
the Total Niceness
crew.
Young
who play
Louis
their
and Jordan.
Balearic. So we'll be in the sunshine going into the evening. So hopefully you can join us. A few drinks.
I'll come if you play this. If you play this, I'll come.
We'll play this later on then, eh?
Yeah.
Sueno Latino.
Enjoy.
Sueno.
Sueño latino.
Stop whatever you're doing for the next 7 minutes, folks, because this is a very, very special record. Yes, sadly we're coming to the end of the show, so we're going to cut this one a little bit short.
It's criminal, but we're running out.
It is criminal. But the hierarchy told us that we need to be done by 1. What a stunning record.
So what are we going to do, Matt?
What we got coming up. So believe that, well, I've asked you to play one of your own productions. It's not a vanity project. It's a great record, so you should be proud of it, Michael.
Well, thank you. This is BBR Street Gang, Feel the Music. I did this in Frog Studio in Warrington, which had a proper desk, because you've been making tracks in someone's bedroom, basically, which you still had good equipment, but then I went into professional studio. And Steve Millington, who owned that studio, was part of the Horton Weavers. Part of the Horton Weavers. So you've got a Horton Weaver playing on this, because he'd do live keys for me. I'd just go, Steve, do us a favour, because I'm not a musician. So I'd just hum in stuff, and he'd play.
That's
so
beautiful.
There's an element of that disco. Yeah, and basically it's quite long, so we'll cut it short and stop going on, basically chattering, and play BBR Street Gang, Feel the Music.
Yes. This is the Total Niceness Show. About 10 minutes to go, people. Thanks for tuning in today. It's been amazing. If you missed half of it, tune back in on the Mixcloud, because the music's just been sublime. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the price of shit needles.
I thought we got away with it for a good while there. So.
decision was made for us because of the Needles. What a great record, Mike. Stood the test of time.
Good job, I've got a couple of them, isn't it?
Takes me back.
Yeah, so...
to being a young whippersnapper.
Simon Crompton on engineer duties. He's a good Manchester... don't know what he's doing, Simon, now, but he Digital Justice. He was good producing, good engineer, knew his stuff. Good time for me. That was The World as well. Probably 94 that was. I'd left Legends 93. Was out of work for a bit and then did The World because I wanted to play some new music, some different music.
Yeah.
And then a lot of disco influence stuff, the French stuff that was coming through, like the Daft Punk sort of stuff. So that was where I was at that kind of time. Something different. So speaking of disco, we finished last time on that you did know, didn't you?
Yeah,
Lucio?
I don't know this one.
This one, it's like a Spanishy disco, Italian disco. El Valero. You might know it when it comes in, I don't know. I think somebody, I can't think of his name, has done a mix, an edit or whatever of it. But this is the original, Lucio Battisti. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Original Spanish version. Fantastic record. And I just wanted to finish again on something different, something lovely.
Well, it's been great having you, Mike.
Thank
It's
you
the last
very
one of the
much.
show. Thanks for tuning in, folks. I've really, really enjoyed it today. The music's been
Thank you
fantastic.
for listening. Well, let's end with this cracker.
Have a good day, people. Sun's coming out here now. Big thank you to Charlie, sound engineer today. Thank you, young man.
El velero aquel nos separaría, en alta mar estás y menos mía. Inevitable ya será, mas como puedo imaginar que serás para otro hombre. El velero que nos separaría, espumeando va sin alegría. Mas me pregunto como yo, si mi destino quiere puedo dar mi amor a otras mujeres. su cubierta lleva cuántos somos.